Hey guys, Redemption 9 and welcome back to Outer Worlds. Today we're going to continue on doing the quests in this game by doing the next quest, which is... very good question, I don't know. We're not doing the main quest, so get that out of your head right now, game. We're not doing that one. Tell Sanjar, Stella Bay basically, Stella Bay, Groundbreaker, where's that? Is that on? Or is it in Fullbrook? Where is that taking me? Edgewater, okay. So basically we've got to go back to Stellar Bay. So let's just go right. Sebastian is right here, so may as well do this one.
Limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicar? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicar. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Max, play wild and don't lie. You know what would happen. Hey, Sebastian.
You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
No, definitely not. I found Mr. Pickett's journal though.
He'll probably be wanting it back. You see any sign of him?
Yeah, dead.
That's pretty sad. He sure seemed like he knew what he was doing.
He used to tell the kids crazy stories about halcyon wildlife. Later I learned most of it was wrong, but it was the thought that counted. Then one day he just disappeared. Never heard anything about him again.
So this journal is all he left behind? Seems like I ought to read it. Looks mighty long though.
He found his mandarin. Maybe you and Celia can read it together on your date. She'll probably understand it more than you.
I bet she'll like that. She's real enthusiastic about all sorts of monsters.
It'd be nice for there to be some good come out of this.
In any case, I appreciate you tracking down Mr. Pickett for me. Here's some bits for your trouble.
Thanks. Pavati, I think we have too much hope in their relationship. I mean, look at this guy. And look at her. Yeah. It's not going to last long. Right. Tell Sanjar. No. Speak with Velma. She's over there. So let's go speak with Velma. And see if she knows where Scooby-Doo is. Because you know. Right, let's go. Into here. This is like the third, fourth, fifth time we've spoken to this person. Hello.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Yeah, but I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Okay, what do I do? Get Grimm's tossball poster. You still have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Did you pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
Okay, but can we work something out? We're friends, aren't we?
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
744 bits. How about I found Braxton, so you help me out?
Fair enough. The damn thing's been a headache anyway. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your mind?
Nope, that's all I wanted. So where is this person? Is he in the city? He is. Good. No more fast travelling. May I actually get somewhere? Though it's getting me awful close to level 24. Oh, is this guy from the very, very beginning of coming here?
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Yeah, here it is.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Cheers. Isn't your last name Holcomb or something? I don't know. I'm pretty sure your last name is Holcomb. Wholesome or something? No idea. Oh my god, my reputation with these people is increasing. So what is it now? Friendly. Okay, we're friendly. Look at that. Remember a few episodes ago where we had all those quests and now we've got hardly any. Town Max, Tate Max, Cleansing, Groundbreaker, Edgewater, not here. Gotta go Sanjar. Colin Sanjar, let's broker a deal and I've got to tell you about someone's murder. Hello.
Aha, the helpful stranger I've heard so much about. Here to do business, hmm? Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Yeah, that's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
Neither. I'm charting my own path.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna.
I mean, it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
Yeah, but why do you want to bring them back if you've got no competition?
Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Yeah, but why don't you embrace the freedom?
I can tell your iconoclast friends have left their mark on you.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Okay, whatever. You make a good point.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
What's the plan?
It's a two-pronged approach. The first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Yeah, okay, but how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
I mean, I went around Monarch and a lot of other places. Do you mean this Bolt 52?
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
So it's not a weapon. I thought it was a weapon. You made it sound like you were sending me after a weapon.
But that's exactly what this is. The world isn't changed with guns and speeches, much as Graham and his followers would like to think, but rather with meticulous documentation.
and the dissemination of the proper ideals and information to those in the highest echelon of society.
On the contrary, I would say good documentation is for everyone. And the Bill of Liquidation/Transfer Form 52 is one of the most formidable pieces of data entry in all of Halcyon. One false stroke can invalidate the entire document.
It's true. One of the old execs gave herself a stroke trying to fill out the exemption section.
Okay, don't hurt yourself, I guess.
Your concern is most touching, but not to worry. I've been preparing years for this. For our part, a Bill of Liquidation/Transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
So you do want to go against the board?
What Mr. Nandi means is that we have some rather momentous information to deliver to the board. Or we will, with your help.
This better be good.
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Is it really illegal if the board's the one that makes the rules in the first place?
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
You're a sly dog, Mr. Sanjar.
You really think so? I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
Yeah, this is the problem I've got now. I've just got all the stuff. You mean this data cartridge?
Already? If only the rest of the colony operated as efficiently as you. Imagine what a different state we'd be in, hmm? I'll complete the Bolt 52 in no time. I dare say it'll be my second greatest achievement after the reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge?
That's just what I call my left nut. Okay, yeah. What are you going to reform everyone else's file? What? Reformations? What? Are you going to reformat everyone's files? No, I don't think it means that. Not so fast. What are these reformations you're talking about?
I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation.
Sounds orderly. That's a good start.
Indeed, everything starts with good documentation.
The workings of the universe take time to prevail. But sometimes you can reach the intended destination faster if you apply a little force.
Never fear. I plan on wording our forms very strongly. But truly, I am getting ahead of myself to commit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course.
Okay, here you go.
I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52
Shave.
away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
Okay, so we've just done so many things in one go. That is amazing. Found your review on terminal. Oh, hello.
This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
Yeah, but you're in charge now, aren't you?
Yeah, in charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners.
Yeah, but you made it work, mate. You made it work and no one else can say that.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
Yeah, the thing I originally came in to speak to you about. Isaac Rose is dead. Although, after all this great news, this is a bit of bad news, sorry.
But that's terrible. What happened?
I don't know, but the killers are dead.
But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters.
Maybe you couldn't have gotten their statements if they hadn't been ready to kill me.
Always a shame when tempers get the better of good sense. Still, Your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Okay, I met Grim.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
Yeah, he did amazing.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
Questions, I guess.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
Oh, great. How did MSI get kicked off the board?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Do you mean that you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Terra 1 and 2. Oh.
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI.
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
So you and Graham, right?
Ah, so you've heard about our prior acquaintance.
Dunno, did I? Didn't we just broker a peace deal between you two? We're partners now, aren't we? Are we?
I suppose you're right. Graham's always had a way with words. Strange as it may seem, I suspect he'd have quite the corporate career if he weren't so radical. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. We both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize he wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely.
Why were you so invested?
Reforms are humane, but they're also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Ms. Holcomb is our endlessly optimistic crew hand. It's good for the captain's morale.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Ah, okay, but Hiram found that loophole, didn't he?
Technically, that may be true, but he couldn't be bothered to do the necessary paperwork to exploit it, now could he? Anyway, it didn't matter at the time. MSI's then leadership insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
How you gave them the finger?
In a manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind, in an act of quiet but firm defiance. As the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
Why though?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Okay, but why do you want to be back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
I mean, I can't fault you for your practicality. Gotta say that for sure.
Indeed. We've got to consider realities, not ideals. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hoping leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Right, just be careful though, because from what I hear, the board does not mess around.
Oh, believe me, I've learned that much. But I'm also not going to leave MSI at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
Yeah, good goals. I want to talk about something else though.
What can I do for you?
Nothing. Ah, leveled up, and I'm halfway to level 25. Amazing. Right, what we got? What we got? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? I don't know. Medical. What's that do? Okay, let's just go. Lockpick. No, actually. Let's put persuade. Let's do persuade. Yep. There we go. And I got a perk. Nice. What perks have we got? Size weapon damage. Okay, that's good. Damage. Protection. Melee damage. I don't do melee damage though. Headshots deal 25 damage. Right, what we got at the top? Vendor prices, tactical time, damage when alone, walk speed, recharge rate, sprint speed, vendor buying price, then dialogues. Oh, no companion. Oh, movement speed, science weapon damage, TTT. Let's go with that because I'm starting to use tactical time dilation a bit more, so that would surely help.
You seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real grouchy, kind of all the time.
I'm not grouchy. I'm just irritated by inane questions.
Yeah. See, when you say it like that, it makes me wonder.
Yeah, no, you do seem very moody, Max. What is up with you? Right, so, return to the information broker. Oh, okay, we can do that. Let's just fast travel over there, because we're close to it, aren't we? Yes, we are. Right, Hiram, we have news. Well, I have news. Is this going to take me to another planet? That's the big question. Where's the next planet we're going to? Go this way this time. Scooter rules. Yo.
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me.
I do.
Yes, indeed. I am back in business. But before we get down to it, might I ask how you handled the problem in the end?
We did what we could, as best we could. Should probably leave it at that.
Is that so?
We helped both, and we somehow broke it to piece.
I don't know how. The two are diametrically opposed and impossible to please. But it matters not how you fixed my problem, only that you did. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
Fine, how do I fix it?
It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here.
Except it needs 3 keys before I activate and I have to go find them, right?
Eternal, no. What is wrong with you? Who would ever design something like that? However, you're welcome to brew me a Rizzo Insta-Coffee from the staff kitchen on your way back. Just step outside, flip the switch, depart forever. Understood? Good. Marvelous. We're in agreement.
If that's really all, let's just get it done with and be on our way.
Yeah, got it.
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
You're a dick. I really don't like you. You're a dick. Right, just flip the switch, yeah? That's it. Better be. Can't move.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly beg you to get out of my tower.
Happily, I won't bother you again, you massive prick.
Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior, but I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. Take care out there.
What in the... Captain, there's a fireball in the sky.
Black holes. Did you see that?
Whose ship was that?
Looks like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram, are you there?
Who are these people? Oh, yes, all these. What's going on?
Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
Surely we can talk this over?
Ah, I see you learned nothing while dealing with these buffoons. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my boy damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
Right, okay, so that's our moral choice, is it? We got to go over there, get the module or whatever. Speak with Phineas. Have we got to go to Phineas's lab just to speak to him and then come back? Are you mad? May as well just go over there. Retrieve the gunship targeting module and then give it to one of the people. I don't know. Suppose that's how it's going to work out. But this is a perfect place to end it. We got a moral dilemma coming up and we got stuff to do as usual. So yeah, that is it for this episode, guys, and I'll see you next time for more Outer Worlds. Bye.